Warning! Video may be interrupted by loud dogs and nosy cats. Today I'll be showing you how to find missing values in slope, but first you must understand how to work through slope formula. So you see these, and you need to figure out how to find m. So first, draw a line, and you need to first know the formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Once you have that figured out, then you need to write that here. So here's x2, y2, x1, y1. A little in the way. So you get words, add words. 4 over -3, and then 5 under -2. I first write the negative so that whenever I write the negative down here, I know to make the negative a positive. And then we subtract everything. So you get 4 plus 2 equals 6. -3 minus 5 equals -8. You can then make that even smaller by dividing it by 2, both sides. And then you get 3 over -4. That is basic slope formula. And then here's this, which seems trickier, but it's really simple. So first, you get 1/4, move it over here, 1/4 equals, and then you write it exactly how you did with slope formula, which is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Basic that you already understand. And then x under 8, and then -3 under 6, negative, positive, and then you don't write what it equals, you go under, because you need to add these two numbers, subtract 8 minus 6, which is 2, and since you don't know x, you write x plus 3. And then you need to cross multiply. So you write down 1, and then parentheses, x plus 3, parentheses, equals, and then 4 times 2, that should be obvious, that is 8. And then you have to multiply 1 times x, 1 times 3, which would be 1x, which is basically just x, plus 1 times 3 is obviously 3. Which equals 8. And then you subtract the 3 from both sides so that you can get x by itself. And that makes x equal, sorry, I'll move this up, x equals 5. Ta-da! Now here's this one. M equals a whole number, which makes it still seem tricky, but it's just as simple. And this time we're missing a y instead of an x. And you still need to just do the same process. But for 4, you just put 4 over 1, and then ta-da! It's just like 1 over 4. Oops. 4 over 1 equals, and then you do exactly what you did on 1 and 2. Negative 2 under y. Negative 3 under 4. Make your 4 negative, make your 3 positive. That equals, nope, not equals. Bring it down. 4 over 1 equals negative 2 plus 3 equals 1. Y minus 4 stays the same. And then you cross multiply, and then you get 1 times y minus 4 parentheses equals 4 times 1, which is still 4. Then you hippity hop. 1 times y is still y minus 1 times 4, which is negative 4. No, 1 times negative 4, which is negative 4. And the 4 over here stays the same. Add 4 to both sides. You get y equals 8. That is how you get your answers. But if you want to know how to graph it, here's how. That is upside down. Okay, so you might be wondering, how the heck am I supposed to graph a fraction? So you're not supposed to find the fraction on the graph. So what you do, so for 1, you have 5, negative 2, and negative 3/4. So you find that on the graph. 5 here, and then negative 2 right here, x and y. I should probably label that x, y. Five, negative 2. And then you have negative 3/4. So you go over here to negative 3 and go up to find 4. Negative 3/4. And then this line is not going to look beautiful, but it will be a line. So that is good enough for me. Okay, so how you find these little fraction doodads, you go from here, from negative 3/4, and then you find where, well, you find 3, no, not 3, 5, negative 2. So you go boop and boop. So right here you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, rise over run. Rise is 6, run is 8. So you get 6 over 8. And since this is leaning downwards, nope, I put 6 over 6. Whoops. Since the line is leaning downwards, you get negative one of these numbers, which would be 6. We're going to make that 8 since that's what it was over here. So that's what we got here, and then we divided it and got 3 over negative 4. I'm still going to walk you through this on all the other ones because why not? So, just going to like do that. Covered it up. So for this one, you have negative 3, 6, negative 3, 6, and x, which is 5, so 5, 8. So negative 3 and up to 6, right there, and 5, 8, 5, 8. You really don't have to label these, but I just did for the last one so that it was obvious where what is what. So then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2. So rise over run, 2 over 8, which then equals 1 over 4. This is not a negative because it is going up in the direction of right. So when it's going downwards on right, one of those numbers on the fraction is a negative. When it's going upwards, it's all positive. Now for the last one, this one is a full number, but it will be just as simple. So negative 3, 4, and negative 2y, which y is 8. So negative 3, 4. Right there. And negative 2, 8. Negative 2, 8. And then you go boop, boop, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Difficulty. Did I mess up? Negative 3, 4. Negative 2. I did mess up. Not here though. This is correct. Here I messed up. How? That is a good question. It's better to write all of your steps out so that you figure out where you messed up. So, y minus 4. Yeah. No. Okay. Y equals 8. Yeah, no, I wasn't wrong. There we go. So, yes. 4 over 1. I did not mess up. I was just trying to find y. 4 over 1. Ta-da! And that is how you find both the answers for slope formula and finding missing value in slope. Hope this was helpful.